from? Is it that we don't have a proper mechanism to monitor how policies are implemented, or that the human element, the Nigerian factor, now comes to play everywhere we have to deal with sports?
But there's not like factor about Nigerian. Honestly, we are human beings like every other people. And it's just that we have not come to accept that there's a problem in the system. You have to accept that there's a problem.
Then I look for the
Then
solution.
you look for solution. To be honest, I don't know why, and I can't still believe why companies like Glo only celebrate success instead of developing it. Companies like MTN, we are supposed to hand over our sports to private sector. It's supposed to be private sector driven. And we're joking about it. Sports can employ 40 million Nigerian youths.
Are you joking?
Sincerely.
In terms of, okay, players and the back room
football,
and all that.
Table tennis, name it, basketball. Imagine that a company like Glo owns a basketball team, owns a table tennis team, owns a football team. It's a sports club that encompasses all sports.
Just like we have abroad.
Just like we have abroad. Then you have other companies also embracing that. Then you think, you imagine, how many Nigerian youths will be taken off the street by sports? If you look at the population of Netherlands, I don't think there are more than 11 million.
Yes, about that.
And about 6 million are employed by sports.
In Netherlands?
Yes. Check it. And we are so versatile in this country. We have so much talent. And we sit down and we don't think that our youth deserves to be engaged in whatever way we can create. We're talking about job employment. And we allow the multinational companies to go free and not invest in our youths. We hand over the teams to the governors who play politics with these teams. I don't have time. I was in Sunshine for 3 seasons, and the governor never came to the stadium once to watch our game. In spite of the fact that we played to the semi-final of the Champions League twice. And Nigeria is the only country where you are going for a quarterfinal of a Champions League and you go with 14 players. That is what happened in Sunshine. And you see people
who are not players, who are not technical team.
No, you go with 14 players, 2 coaches, to quarterfinal and semi-final of a Champions League. And you ask, and they say there's no money.
But you have an entourage.
And yes, you have an entourage. And one day I asked them, how much do you play a game? How much were you giving to play a game? 32 million, 30 million. And still the players get 9,000, the coaches get 13,000. And you ask yourself, for God's sake, why do we get into those tournaments if we're not ready?
If you're not ready to fund properly.
If we're not ready to fund properly. And I don't think the problem comes
from funding.
From funding per se, or from the governance per se. It comes from the administration, people who run it. Unfortunately, we have turned sports to politics. We bring all sort of people, politicians who don't know nothing, who comes to make money.
No, but Coach, wait, let's take a break there.
Yeah.
You have already said that you don't have to be a sports person to manage sports.
Yeah.
Now, so maybe the fellows that we are asking to come and manage, to administer sports, you don't believe that they have the capability to do it? Is that what you're saying? They don't have the competence?
They don't have the competence, to be honest. If you want to run sports, you have to be a businessman. You come from a business angle of it. One, who is the president or chairman of British FA? It's a businessman. It doesn't even go to the stadium. But today, British football is the most sellable in the world. So it is the attitude of those giving those responsibilities. They don't see it, they wait for government to get everything. And even when they get it, they don't channel it properly to where it's supposed to be. For that, to be honest, we keep talking about this issue on and on, and nobody seems to be listening. Look at the national team.
Okay, now before we get to national team, why has it been so difficult for even players themselves to have an organized group where they can have a voice, where they can have a say, even if they may not have their way, but at least they can have a say. Why is that so difficult?
It is not a difficult one, but you can understand that our system here does not open most players to knowledge. We have an organized body run by the moment Aris Jala, who is supposed to speak the voice of the players. Unfortunately, they are not, which we're working now to break that group. Because that group has done a lot for players abroad. Here, 2 people run it, and now there's a problem between them. And one has come to say, I'm not the problem.
He is
the problem. Fortunately, we have been able to meet both of them. We have asked questions. These monies come from everywhere, from FIFA, where has it gone to in the last 20 years. And we're trying to break the body, to be honest. We want to bring ourselves together now, to work together, to see how we speak on behalf of ex-players
and current players
and
future players.
Because it is so surprising, it is unimaginable that a few players get blind, died after even having played for Nigeria, and nobody know about it. And FIFA gives money for all these purposes.